Hi guys, I'm really sorry for not posting this video in a while. I I've been having a lot of bad mental issue problems, and I've been getting into fights with my parents. So I'm sorry if I'm like really tired during this, and I'm on the verge of crying because, one, my parents are being jerks, and yeah. So, I'm sorry if I am out of this during this video. I just have been having a rough time, so I'm sorry for not posting. So, yeah, let's get on to the video. Okay, found the thing. So, it is called Dear Diary, and it's on Archive of Our Own, and the person who wrote it is Chase _is _ the on _ the _ case. So, yeah. And I forgot if I. And also, this is a Steddie fanfic. So, if you don't like this ship, please leave, because I'm tired of people being assholes. So, and I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to swear. I'm just tired, and I just need to do this. So, I'm sorry. Let's get on with it. Chapter 5, March 22nd, 1986. February. Huh? Oh, okay. So there are two dates on this. The first one I said was the title. But here's the second date. February 26th, 1986. It was my turn. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It was my turn to babysit you for the night. The word oh my god. The word terrified was a huge understatement. So much so, in fact, that I had spent the whole night begging Robin to come with me, despite it being her turn in a few days. After a whole day of plotting against the new monster that you all named Vecna, and hours of me relentlessly begging her to accompany me tonight, she finally gave in. Since mine and Robin's conversation the other day, I haven't stopped thinking about you, Eddie. My crush has only developed, especially the more of you I see. Yesterday was a day I remembered too clearly. Henderson and Sinclair were arguing about compasses again, and it was becoming too often of an argument. Everyone was beginning to get annoyed, but you stepped in. You threatened to throw them both in the lake. They didn't shut up. So you were taking two 15-year-olds. So of course they didn't stop. Oh, you were talking, sorry. But you were But you weren't bluffing. You grabbed Sinclair, first throwing him over your shoulder as he squealed and laughed before you threw him into the lake. Henderson immediately ran, knowing he was next, but you were quick to chase after him. The rest of the group laughed, watching the scene unfold before them. As I looked over at Max, I noticed her sneakily stick out her foot watching. What? I noticed her sneakily stick out her foot watching as Dustin tripped. This allowed you to catch up and pick him up as he struggled with everything he had in him, giggling and screaming, "No!" You gave Max a knowing wink, and she smiled back. And she just smiled back. Dustin was soon thrown into the lake as well, and Max followed, deciding it would apparently be a good idea if they all went for a swim in their clothes in the middle of nowhere with Vecna on the loose. I warned them all to be careful, and Max tried to pursue the other lot to join them. Me and Nancy stepped back, clearly not going in, but Robin seemed to have given in as she let out a loud sigh. "Come on, Munson." She ran towards the lake, taking her jacket off and dragging you with her. And I will forever be thankful to her that she did. You came to the surface and threw your wet hair back into a bun using a hair tie that Robin gave you, exposing your neck tattoo and the sharpness of your jaw. Oh my god, the earbud's falling out, but oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna cry. Okay. The water was dripping down your torso, where your Hellfire shirt was clinging to you, revealing to us you were actually in pretty good shape and extremely toned. Oh my god. You smiled at Robin before moving your gaze to me, and I'm pretty sure I wanted to blush fiercely, maybe even drool over the sight. Oh my god. Oh my god, what was that laugh? I'm so sorry. Maybe even, oh no, I already read that. I was finally able to see over my gaze and away from you. From you long enough to see Robin smirking at me, and as I just rolled my eyes, I probably was staring at you for far too long, but was that such a bad thing? I wanted you to see me staring. I wanted you to know I liked you. I wanted you to like me back. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry. My parents were getting into a fight. Yeah, so I'll be right back. No. I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's the story again. I won't lie. last night considered of a lot of dreams about us screwing in the shower, or the ocean, or the pool, pretty much everywhere with water, so I could see that imagine of your hair tied up and the water dripping down your chest and fervor. Okay, I guess that's why I was nervous for tonight. Me and Robin arrived around 11 with snacks that you had requested. We used the secret knock, and you opened the door with a bright smile across your face as you let me in. I swear I saw your smile fade a little when you noticed I had Robin with me. Were you I'm sorry. Were you really looking forward to us being alone, Munson? We set the snacks down, and you immediately dug in. You and Robin instantly started making conversation as I sat on the couch awkwardly. I didn't realize you and Robin were close. I guess I am really the odd one out in the friendship group. I'm just gonna say friend group. Oh my god. No, because I really feel bad for Steve. Steve is such a nice person, and no one thinks that because how much of an asshole he was in high school. But they should really see that he is extremely nice. He cares about everyone. And people are just assholes, and they are just like, oh yeah, he's an asshole. No, you guys are assholes. He cares about everyone. He doesn't care what they think. He just wants your approval. They just want you to see that he just wants you to see that he's a good person. I'm sorry that I'm getting really yeah. But back to the story. But after a little while, Robin suggested we watch a movie and went to the small collection on the shelf looking for them. You came and sat next to me waiting for her to pick, and she did, and soon she did. She held up the movie Fame with an excited look on her face. Ow. Fun core. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, I'm back. We returned it with a look of disapproval. Oh, come on. We're practically a queer club. We should enjoy this cheesy stuff like this, was her defense, but it caused both of us to choke. You more so than me. I shook. My shock. I cannot read or speak anymore. My shock came from the fact she just outed me. But I suppose you had been outed and I wasn't, and told I wasn't straight. You gave her an odd look, and she explained herself. Look, I'm a lesbian. Steve here is bi. You're gay. Okay, we have to have to have each other's backs in this town like Hawkins. In a town like Hawkins, so fuck both of you. I'm watching Fame. Yes, ma'am. She then put the movie on and sat in front of the couch, the earbuds falling out. About 40 minutes into the movie, I suddenly moved slightly closer to you, but you clearly noticed as you did the same. Oh! Oh god. Finally, after a few minutes of our thighs nearly touching, you reached your hand and gently but oh, hi. Yeah. Yeah, I'm busy right now. Oh crap, it's still on. Sorry. Sorry, I'm back. My little sister came in. She was seeing if I have any scissors in my room, and I'm not allowed to have scissors in my room. Oh my god. Okay. You reached your hand out and gently put it onto my lower thigh. Oh. My breath hitched and I practically jumped out of my seat as a flashback of you in the damn lake crossed my mind. I quickly excused myself and went outside. I sat on the pebbles again, lighting a cigarette, which was an action I was too used to by now. I regretted just leaving like that after you made a move, but I didn't have long to reflect before you sat beside me, lighting your own. After a few minutes, you just said, barely audible, "I'm sorry, I took it too far. I guess I misread the signals." And that broke... I'm sorry, this is gonna make me cry. And that broke my heart. I looked up at you and gently smiled as I rubbed your arm softly. I rambled onto another apology, trying to explain myself, but the only way I could explain it without telling you it's because I kept picturing you fucking me in the shower. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. What was to tell you I just gay panicked, which you seemed to find rather amusing as you laughed softly to yourself. You took the last drag of your cigarette and leaned into me, gently placing two fingers under my chin. My whole body felt like it was numb as I locked eyes with you. How are your hands so soft? You pulled my face towards you and softly connected our lips. It only lasted a couple seconds. Oh. It only lasted a couple seconds, but it was enough to send a spark down my spine. You softly pulled away and smirked at a little as you whispered, "Don't be too long, sweetheart." Okay. You stood up. I just sounded crazy. You stood up and went back inside, leaving me sat with my mouth gaping and a deep blush on my face. The rest of the evening considered watching movies, but you had your arm around me most of the time. But Robin seemed painfully oblivious. It didn't take too long for you both to fall asleep, and now here I am, sat outside, writing this stupid diary and writing about you, Eddie Munson. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Chapter 6, March 23rd, 1986. March 2nd, 1986. It had been a long day. We were finally making progress about Vecna. Being in that trailer park where two people had died wasn't exactly relaxing. I kept glancing over at your trailer, and I cannot imagine the pain you must have had gone through watching something like that happen right in front of you. But we felt like we were finally understanding the situation a tiny bit better, which is only sorry, I'll be right back. Which a tiny bit better, which is one step. I'm sorry. A tiny bit better, which is one step closer to your freedom, right? But after such a draining day, all I wanted is to see you. We haven't seen you much recently due to us all working overtime defeating Vecna. But the hour or so a day we visit you makes it all bearable. Although we never got a moment alone, you would still subtract your brush hands against mine or wink at me when no one was looking, and sometimes if I was the last one to leave, you would steal a quick kiss. I'm sorry. Every time you did, my whole body would go numb, and it would feel like we were the two people in the world, but we were the only two people in the world, but unfortunately we weren't. I was often snapped back into reality by one of the kids usually Henderson completely complaining at me about the car door not being unlocked or honking the horn telling me to hurry up. Last night was meant to be Robin's turn to spend the night at the boathouse with you. I lost my thing, sorry. But I needed to see you. I wandered over to Robin just before we all got into the car to leave the trailer park and offered to watch you instead. I tried using the excuse that I was I was to repay her for coming with me the other night, but she saw right through that. Robin smirked and snarky comment, use protection before getting into the car. I roll my eyes, also getting into the car, and beginning to drop each of the children off and drop Robin off. Oh, he calls her Robs. That's great. I grabbed some snacks and six-pack before heading to the boathouse. You opened the door and had a bright smile on your face, and I could feel the day's stress melting away already. You greeted me with the words, "I wasn't expecting you, sweetheart." Why did I use that voice? I'm so sorry. And I explained how I had swapped with Robin. You seemed rather honored by that answer as you let me in, but you could sense something was off with me. I looked over at the couch where you were sat, and you patted the spot next to you. I grabbed a beer, opening it and then passed one to you. I sat beside you and you put your free arm around me, gently rubbing my arm as I leaned my head onto your shoulder. You kissed the top of my head before asking me what's wrong. I felt safe and comfortable, so much that I actually opened up. I rant on about being stressed and drained. I told you how I couldn't believe that this was actually happening again. I mean, really, we have all almost died several times, and 11 has closed those gates countless times, but no, more were opened on their own now. Life has been a mess for long now, and every time I think it's over, we're hit again. And it's always the people I care about most that get hurt. I'm sorry, guys. But this time I'm scared you're going to get dragged into. What's scarier, Jason or Vecna? We saw Jason and his I don't know what that says, buying weapons so very clearly wanting to kill you. So I guess either way, you're fucked up. You're fucked. Which is why we need to hurry up and kill this thing. I hate that this is happening to you. By the time I finished my rant, we both had finished our second beers. I apologized for talking so much, but you just thanked me for opening up with you. I was speechless. How are you so perfect, Munson? Oh, sorry. I'm just having a cry fest. I looked up at you. I looked up at you smiling, and you gently pushed my hair out of my face before gently cupping my cheek with your hand. I wasted no time connecting our lips. Will kissing you ever stop feeling so amazing? It was soft and gentle. It really showed how much you cared for me. But it didn't stay like that for long. I started to move around to your face. Huh? I started to move around to your face, not breaking the kiss, and you moved me onto your lap, which caused me to squeal slightly. You used that to your advantage and slid your tongue into my mouth and tried to fight me for dominance, but I wasn't fighting back. I wanted you to take charge. I needed you to. I remember resting my hands on your chest as you moved your lips down to my jaw. Okay. Be right back. Okay, just full disclaimer, this might be a little bit inappropriate, so I'm sorry. You followed it down to my ear as you gently bit down. I wasn't aware I had sensitive ears, but then again, I'd never been treated like this. I grinded my hips down to get some friction, and you whispered, "Fuck Steve." Fuck. Funcore Munson. My name sounded so good coming from your whispers that it actually caused me to involuntarily moan. But that only encouraged you to go further. You gently slid my t-shirt off and placed your hands on my waist. I could feel each of your rings on my skin, each one cold, sending shivers down my spine. You rushed to pull off yours too. You respond. What? I can't read that. I'm sorry. So I was laid on the couch. You were on top. You continued trailing your lips down my neck. Each kiss you placed made me feel more and more desperate for you. It didn't feel like you were being positive but like you were being apprehensive. I don't know what that says. As as if you admired my body, and it was something to be treated with care. You, Eddie Munson, are too perfect. You soon made your way back as your lips caught mine. I think that's. You have one hand on my hip as you gently gritted down into me a few times, a few moans escaping my mouth. You gently pulled away, and Jesus! Hold on. Sorry. I was, putting the music back on because I have to listen to music when I'm reading. You put your hair up into a messy bun. Funny, effing hell, Munson. Do you realize how freaking hot you are? I immediately sat up, started to fumble around to get your belt undone, soon successing, but just in time to hear Dustin's through the walkie-talkie something about a code name and my name. I couldn't really hear it. You looked at me and asked if it was important, but I just struggled gently, having no idea. You smiled at me, pushed me back down, capturing me into other kisses. Okay, this is really loud. This music is really loud. I have to change it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. I need to find my spot. I moved my hands back to your neck, trying to pull you impossibly closer, but then there it was. Dustin to Steve. This is a code red. I repeat, this is a code red. Mother freaking cock blocked me. I got up, answering his stupid radio, and it was soon summoned. Extremely unimpressed, I put my shirt back on and I kissed you, telling you I would be back as soon as I can. And now here I am, sat in the car outside of the Wheelers' residence, waiting for Nancy to come outside, writing about us instead of actually having sex. Oh, okay. But truthfully, it was only writing tonight's events so that I can relive it when I want, because it's a night I wanted to remember forever, but still worried you were alone right now. So Munson, be safe for me. Okay, Chapter 7, March 24th, 1986. All I wanted was you to be safe. It's what we had all worked so hard towards, as if we weren't already running out of time to defeat this asshole. We now had even less sense even less since the whole town now wants you dead. Why does it feel like we're losing this battle so badly? We pulled up to the boathouse after a chaotic night of monster hunting. Once again, I looked for any clues we could find. I was looking forward to seeing you after we were interrupted last night, and Henderson was excited to talk to you about the new information that had been gathered, but my heart dropped when we pulled up next. Ow, 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 my nose. Crap, oh my god, what the hell? I'm so sorry. My nose was bleeding. Tonight's chaotic. I'm so sorry. That had been gathered. But my heart dropped when we pulled up next to all the cop cars and reporter vans. Jason had found you. Fortunately, you had managed to escape before he could do anything to you, but the 20 minutes of silence before hearing you radio felt like the scariest 20 minutes of my life. Vecna had taken his third victim, and once again, you were the one being blamed for it all. This time, the cops made it public. You were officially the most wanted man in Hawkins. At least you're safe. You're safe for now. Sorry, I like this song. You told us you were at Skull Rock. We instantly came running, not wanting you to be on your own for long. Fortunately, Henderson kept getting us lost, but luckily I knew this place and was able to lead everyone there. As soon as I saw you, I wanted to run and hug you and kiss you, but the only person who actually knew about us was Robin. So instead, I had I don't know, settle for a gentle smile, but you didn't hesitate to return it. It was revealing seeing you in front of me. Apparently, after the argument me and Henderson had about his awful compass skills, it was because of some magnetism field that I didn't understand. But you seemed to, and it reminded me of how smart you are. I'm sorry, my voice changes a lot when I'm reading something that I'm absolutely in love with. I will go from I freaking hate you to oh my god, I love it. So I'm sorry. So the plan was to put into about you. What? So the plan was to put into place about you. Me, Robin, and Nancy were going out to the lake tonight to search for this gate so that we have a way in. So now everyone's just waiting around for it to get dark. During conversations, I watched you get up and walk away slightly, holding a cigarette in between your lips. Ow. I followed in hopes of actually talking to you alone for a few minutes. You leaned against a tree, out of sight of others, and I stopped in front of you. I immediately leaned into you, resting my head on your chest. You ran your hand through my hair, and I practically purred at the affection. Your touch was actively, I don't know what that says, Eddie Munson. I mumbled just loud enough for you to hear, telling you I was glad you were okay. You kissed my head before I felt you inhale the last of your cigarette, throwing the butt on the ground. You lifted my chin, leant down, whispering, "You left me alone for 5 minutes, Stevie." You, with a playfulness in your voice. I smiled, and you kissed me instantly, making me melt into it, resting my hand on your waist. Once we pulled away, resting our foreheads together and just smiling at each other, completely oblivious to the world around us, and just taking in each other's presence. It felt like it was just it was just us, and the world around us wasn't collapsing. As if we weren't about to risk our lives once again, you cupped my face, looking at me like I was your whole world. I've never been someone's world before. I had no control over what I said. I'm pretty sure my heart was acting before my head, but I said it anyways, and panic through my body for a split second. But you soon replied, "I like you too, Harrington." I'm sorry. Just okay. I leaned up. I leaned up and we kissed once again, but a loud gasp was suddenly heard as we both pulled away quickly to look over at the noise, and it came, and there stood Henderson, eyes wide, hand over mouth, and a wide grin on his smug little face. We were both dead silent, scanning our brains for any ideas to say or do next to get out of this. Dustin suddenly yelled, "My dads are together." But you quickly shushed him and grabbed his arm, pulling him away with you for a walk. I went back to the group a little nervous about yours and Henderson's conversation. Robin was the only one who knew about us. Timer's running out, sorry. And it's not like she would have any issues since she was fruity herself. Sorry. But Dustin's reaction didn't seem negative at all, though. I'll be kicking his ass for calling me dad, but I know the kid can't keep his freaking mouth shut. But I'm not sure what he would even say. Crap, my parents are awake. Sorry, I'll be right back. I need to find it again. Sorry. We don't even know what we are yet. I mean, yeah, we like each other, but dating is not as easy as it is for other couples. It wasn't long before you both returned to the others. You sat next to me and explained the whole conversation. You told me that you had mentioned our situation being unknown and risky in Hawkins, but Henderson had agreed not to tell anyone, but was very happy for us. Apparently, he was just glad I wasn't drooling over Nancy anymore. His accent words, I'm going to kill him. But it was a relief, and I'm kind of glad other person knew. It was a long day, and everyone was slightly on edge, with some nervousness for what we might find when we go under. But everyone was currently sat around the campfire, exchanging stories, waiting for the last bit of sunlight to disappear. A minute ago, you leaned over my shoulder and asked what I was writing. I shielded this diary from you and promised that one day you could read it, but not today. I promise, Eddie Munson, one day I will give you this silly little book, share my virulence, I don't know if that says, and show you how I genuinely adore you. Okay, that was the end for now. I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. I will do this some other time again. I don't know how many chapters this is, but good night. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Bye!